Just finished my second video for the day. Feeling productive. So I went on a sunset run last night at like 4 because it gets dark at like 5 here. If you want to feel like you're running 30% faster, run at night because it just seems like you're just flying. So the reason that I went on a run last night at 4 was because Elon Musk had like a live question and answer thing that started at like 4, and I just figured I would run while I listened to it. And it was super informative, but he said one thing that really I resonate with, and I don't think a lot of people are talking about, and they should. And it has to do with Elon releasing the Twitter files. If you don't know what those are the files for a couple of controversial things that happened back in 2020 with a certain administration that I'm not gonna name. And he was basically just commenting on that and the reasoning and the rationale for doing stuff like this. The quote that really stuck out to me was, I need my phone, one sec. Why should people believe in Twitter in the future if Twitter does not come clean about the past? And I think that's something that just expands beyond Twitter. It kind of goes with that old adage, trust is earned, not given. And I really believe and agree with that. I gotta work on a few things. Probably gonna have to tune the drums. All done. All right, now for the sake of video, I'm gonna have to turn you on your side. I'm sorry. Well, it happened. If you don't play drums for a while, you lose your calluses on your hands, and you start to get blisters after you play, or your fingers. My fingers hurt. I need to play more. So Savannah's having some last minute mini sessions, and she wanted me to come with her. The electric skateboard only has 40% because I didn't have time to charge it. Kinda wish I had my gloves. I think I've talked about this before on the vlog, the subject of practicing. I remember when I was younger, I would have to practice for hours and hours and hours and feel like I would get this much better, if anything. But now, even if I take like a 2-week break, I feel like I didn't lose much skill. There are some times where I feel rusty, but it doesn't feel like I've lost any skill or anything like that. And I don't think that's an excuse to not practice or to not want to get better or progress at all. I just find it interesting that I feel like you hit a certain point with any kind of skill where practicing isn't as important. Like, I'm not explaining this very well. Okay, so if you think back to when you were in school, when you went on summer break and then you came back for the next year, there was a small little period where you had to remind yourself of what you had learned or what you already know. And I feel like it's the same thing when you learn a craft and you do it for a long time and then you take a break, like a 2-week break or something like that. Going back to it, it feels a little foreign, but it also feels familiar. And that's what I'm talking about. Also, that dog really liked the skateboard. And that should be encouraging, because that's basically when you practice, you're making an investment, both time-wise and effort, just everything. You're making an investment, and that investment isn't gonna just disappear or go to waste if you don't play for a while. So basically what I'm saying is, when you're first learning a craft, it is important to practice a lot to learn those basic skills, but eventually when you reach a certain point in anything to where taking breaks is just as helpful as practicing like 8 hours a day. It's kind of cold for a bike ride. Then again, it's also cold for a skateboard ride, so